Well, finally, we've got ourselves a beautiful day for baseball in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, and all the fans lining up to get their Emmanuel Clase jerseys.
And Gavin Williams will be our Toyota starting pitcher tonight, making his 13th start. Record of 5-3, a 3.79 ERA. He's starting to get into a little bit of a groove. He's starting to improve. He's using his cutter more. He's won 4 games this year. He did not win a game at home all of last year.
Red hot Jeremy Pena will lead it off for Houston. Right-handed hitting shortstop, who is now 5th in the American League with a .324 batting average. And it got him swinging. Good looking breaking ball, the slider. And Gavin Williams strikes out Pena after falling behind 2-0.
To third, Wilson with a diving stop. Gets up and throws. Got him.
A sensational defensive game by both clubs last night, and Will Wilson with a terrific stop. And the third baseman robs Jose Altuve of a base hit as the Astros go in order.
Hunter Brown on the mound for the Astros, 8-3, 4th in the AL, the 1.83 ERA in 12 starts.
He's done a very good job of keeping runners off via the hit and the walk. That's why his whip is underneath 1.
Lineup that Hunter Brown will face for the Guardians. A lot of lefty hitters. Stephen Kwan leading off.
That's toward right center, and it gets down for a base hit.
And Stephen Kwan, after a rare day off, has a base hit to right center to start the Cleveland first.
Hunter Brown does not give many hits up. That's only his 48th hit in his 73 2/3 innings.
Jose Ramirez with a 32-game on-base streak. He has batted .392 during that tear. Just a bit outside, and ball 4.
And that is now 33 consecutive games that Jose Ramirez has been on base. Here's Kyle Manzardo.
Swing and a miss. Manzardo down on strikes. There's Hunter getting his first strikeout of the day. And that's a big out with first and second. Now the second out of the inning. So Hunter will throw at least 20 pitches here in the first inning.
Swing and a miss. Upstairs with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Schneemann down on strikes. Back-to-back punch-outs for Hunter Brown, and he strands a pair.
Here's a former Cleveland minor leaguer, Yainer Diaz. He went in the trade for Miles Straw back 4 years ago.
Bangs it to third. Wilson, he picked it, bobbled it, recovers, throws him out.
All right, he stayed with it. He didn't catch it cleanly. That was in it. He was trying to get it on a little shorter hop. He couldn't get it. It comes out of the glove, but he had a nice hop, gathers himself, and he throws the catcher up.
2 down. Walker moves into scoring position.
2 out, 2 on, no score. The pitch swung on, bang to third. Backhanded by Wilson, runs to third, steps in the bag, forces out Christian Walker, and we stay scoreless.
Here's the 1-2 to Arias. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a 2-seamer running inside. And that is 3 strikeouts in a row for Hunter Brown. 1 out.
Swing and a miss. Hunter picks up a 4th consecutive swinging strikeout, this time on the breaking ball, as he gets Bo Naylor on 3 pitches.
Good break on that curveball. Starting to become a little more traditional with the 12-6 break.
Got him. Last 5 outs for Hunter Brown are swinging strikeouts, 4 with the heater, 1 on the curveball. Hunter continues to punch tickets. We head to the third.
2 down for Isaac Paredes. Yeah, the 1-2 offering. Oh, yeah. Ring him up. Second strikeout for Gavin Williams. The Astros go 1-2-3 for the second time in 3 innings.
2 down for Jose Ramirez, who's now been on base 33 consecutive games, a new career best. That was extended when he walked in the first. The 3-0. Down low, and that's another walk. Hunter Brown has walked Jose Ramirez twice.
It's 2-2 to Kyle Manzardo with Ramirez on first.
There goes Ramirez again. Pitches a called strike. The throw doesn't matter. It's in center field, but the inning's over. Fans, that's a strike 3 called for Hunter Brown. He's got half a dozen strikeouts.
Runner goes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw down. Out! Yainer Diaz guns him down. A great throw from Yainer. So we've got 4 in the books now. Astros nothing, and the Cleveland Guardians nothing.
Yainer Diaz standing in against Gavin Williams.
Puts the ball in play, and the former Guardian minor leaguer has a base hit. Yainer Diaz with the Astros' second hit of the game. He is a leadoff runner here in the 5th. Ground ball down the line at third. That's a fair ball headed towards the corner. Yainer Diaz on the move. He's going to be waved. No, he's going to be held up. Tony Parrish Chica originally was going to send Yainer, And then Yiner held up with nobody out.
Good job by Jake pulling that past Wilson at third base. Talked about Jose Ramirez and his brilliant third base play yesterday, but he is DHing today, so taking advantage of that, sneaking it inside that third base bag.
So now the infield comes in with Mauricio Dubon batting. This is the inning where the Astros got it going yesterday. They may do so again against Gavin Williams. Second and third, nobody out.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him to chase the slider. Third strikeout of the game, the biggest for Williams. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rogers down on strikes. The breaking ball again from Williams. And now there's 2 down. The runners are still at second and third.
Now it's up to Jeremy Pena, the infield back, and a ground ball to the right side. Can Jeremy win the race to the bag? Head first slide, safe. Astros lead 1-0. In to score, Yiner Diaz on the infield hit as Pena goes in head first ahead of Gavin Williams covering on the play on the right side.
Yeah, as soon as it became a foot race between Gavin Williams and Jeremy Pena, you knew who was going to win that one.
Here's the pitch, and Paredes loops it out behind the bag at second. Schneemann is there. The second baseman gloves it and throws on to first for the out, and the side is retired. But the Astros, they break through for the game's first run.
Got some repair work going on the mound here.
Hunter started to warm up to begin the inning and just wasn't real happy with the landing area there. So we talked to the umpires and they said no problem. We can get the grounds crew out here to shore that up for you.
That is strike 3, called right at the knees. Jones goes down looking, and that's 7 strikeouts for Hunter Brown. I guess the new mound is okay.
Got him. That's 8 for Hunter Brown. Getting Will Wilson for the second time today. 2 outs in the 5th.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on a high fastball. Down goes Martinez. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Brown, who has 9 for the game.
And that is below the zone. Caratini waits out a walk. Second walk allowed by Gavin Williams.
And Diaz will come to the plate with 2 out and 1 on. And that's hit hard down the left field line and pretty deep. Going back on it is Kwan. Still going back, looking up. See you later! A 2-run homer for Yiner Diaz over the 19-foot high wall in left. And the Astros lead it 3-0. Thanks to Yiner's 8th of the year.
That ball kept carrying to left.
Did not want to come down at first. It didn't look like he hit it that hard. Only came off the bat at 93.3 miles an hour. Late life on that one. Hey, bartender, double up. Give me that Yiner bomb.
Hunter has walked Jose Ramirez a couple of times. Facing Jose now up 3 to lead off the 6th inning.
Jose sucks one up the alley. Dubon, long run, cuts it off. And he's able to hold Jose to a leadoff single. Way inside, he walked him. So this is only the second time all day Cleveland has had a runner get to second. Gabriel Arias, the batter, has struck out, been hit by a pitch. Swung on, line drive, base hit into left. Ramirez hits third. He's being waved home. Altuve, not much of an arm, throws to third, scoring Ramirez, stopping at second Schneemann. And Cleveland's on the board. Gabriel Arias with his 25th RBI. Cleveland has finally gotten to Hunter Brown. They've got the tying runs on, and we may see a pitching change here with the left-handed hitters due up. So maybe Joe Espada trying to motivate Hunter Brown by just saying, hey, you got yourself into this, get yourself out of it.
Well, they've done a good job against him today. He's averaging just 15 pitches per inning.
Ball 4, and they're loaded.
Well, he's got to get rid of him now.
He will not get himself out of this mess. He'll need some help from the bullpen.
Big spot for Steven Okert.
Tough situation here. He's going to work himself out of a little bit of a bases loaded jam here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider upstairs. And there are 2 outs.
Excellent job. Okert's been doing it all season long.
Got him. Steven Okert. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Strands the bases loaded. What a job by the Astros lefty reliever.
Now the 3-1 pitch. Way inside. Kwan's aboard for the 3rd time.
It's going to be the end of the road for Okert.
Sean Dubin, been pretty good. He's given up 1 home run.
Well, the tying run will always be coming to the plate.
1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th. And Ramirez swung at and drilled to deep right. Away, back, goal! He's done it again, and again, and again. Jose Ramirez with a BB down the right field line. A game-tying 2-run home run, and it's a 3-3 game. And now Emmanuel Clase on to pitch tonight. Clase jerseys handed out to the crowd before the game. A lot of red out there.
There sure is. I mean, all over this ballpark.
Weak ground ball to short, backhanded by Arias. Jump throw and a beauty.
Right on the money. Made that look pretty easy, didn't he?
Sure did.
I mean, very smooth. He goes up and he's going to just jump, and watch how accurate this throw is.
Strike three called. Cutter in the inside corner. Myers thought it sounded inside. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Cleveland will try to walk it off.
It's going to be Josh Hader making his 26th appearance. This, not a save opportunity, but an opportunity to keep his team in it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider down and in. Wilson is the first out of the bottom of the ninth.
Now Hader facing Stephen Kwan, who's singled twice and walked.
Popped it up. Shallow left. Altuve racing in. Will he get there? No. Fair ball. Into second is Kwan with a double.
How about that? Another hit on base 4 times today, and that just was in no man's land.
Winning run at second base. 1 out in the ninth. Angel Martinez. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4.
Kwan at second. Angel Martinez goes to first. Jose Ramirez to the plate, batting right-handed. He tied the game with a 2-run homer down the right field line in the 7th. You pitch to him, game might be over.
This is why you pay all that money to come to these games, for these matchups right here.
That one's popped up behind home plate. Yainer Diaz has plenty of room, and Yainer puts it away. That's a huge out for the second out here in the ninth.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider in the dirt. Santana goes down, and we go to extra.
It's Hunter Gaddis on the mound, but he's working with the Manfred man out there at second base.
Off the plate, ball 4. Melton will draw a walk. Astros have 2 runners on here with 1 out, and Pena will get an opportunity in a tie game in the 10th.
Ground ball softly hit right side, coming on Santana. First baseman has it, takes it to the bag himself, and there are 2 outs. Runners move up to second and third.
Then Isak Paredes, the batter. That one's going to get away. Here comes Myers. He'll score. Astros take a 4-3 lead on the wild pitch that got past Bo Naylor.
Wanted that pitch down to see if they could get the chase, but down in that position, too far away for Naylor to be able to get his body in front of it.
And that's grounded past the first base back down the right field line. That'll score Melton. Paredes stops at first. An RBI single for Isak Paredes, and it's 5-3 Astros in the 10th. Shot that right down the first base line past Santana.
Good old-fashioned shift beater.
Bennett Sousa coming into this game, he has a chance to pick up potential save in this situation, coming in with that 2-run lead. 1 save in his career.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider down. 1 away in the bottom of the 10th.
That's a big strikeout for Sousa. And this one skied in the air on the infield. Who wants it? Pena will converge with Dubon, the new second baseman, and Dubon puts it away for the second out.
The Guardians down to their final strike. Tying runs on. Noel, the winning run at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on the slider in the dirt, and that is the ball game.
Sousa with his second major league save, his first with a full inning of work, and the Astros have taken the first 2 games in Cleveland. A 5-3 win tonight after a 4-2 win yesterday. Astros are a perfect 3-0 in extra innings, and the Guardians are now 4-1, losing their first game in extras. That's a good W on the road.